Trinity. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
We thank you for joining us this Sunday because we are continuing our Unity Artist Spotlight. And our featured artist today is Deborah Mann. And you know her as Butter, Lisa Nadeau Salvi.
There's a wolf that preys on a world that strays so far from the garden. And just like your own, every heart you know seems cold and hardened. You may not have the stage, but you still have a voice. You may not have the strength, but if you have a choice, I dare you to love. Oh, I dare you to love. Even if you hurt, you can only see the worst. Even if you think it's not enough. Oh, I dare you to love. We're all full of hope, trying to stay afloat, trying to save one another. But people let you drown, 'cause they don't know how to stay above water. When they're too broken to know what they've put you through, do the only thing that you'd want done to you. I dare you to love. Oh, I dare you to love. Even if you hurt, you can only see the worst. Even if you think it's not enough. Oh, I dare you to love. I dare you to love. You may not have the stage, but you still have a choice. You may not have the strength, but if you have a choice, I dare you to love. Even if you can't know, I dare you to love. Even if you hurt, you can only see the worst. Even if you think it's not enough. Oh, I dare you. I dare you. Oh, I dare you to love.
Let's give some love. Get the energy going. Get your vibration up. You came this morning for an experience. And remember that you are also responsible for that experience, yes? So what you've already pre-decided is going to be your experience today is going to be your experience. So we're holding this space that today is going to be the most amazing day that you have ever been born. Yes, are you with me? And so in that space, I'd like to share what some elementary school kids said about their mom, as it is Mother's Day. Why did God make mothers? Well, she's the only one that knows where the Scotch tape is. To help us out of there when we were getting born. That's a big clap on that one, right? How did God make mothers? Well, God made my mom just the same like He made me. He just used bigger parts. So, what kind of little girl was your mom? My mom has always been my mom and none of that other stuff. And besides, I wasn't there, so I don't know. What did mom need to know about your dad or her partner before she got married? That they made at least $800 a year. And that they would say no to drugs and yes to chores. What does your mom do in her spare time? Mothers don't do spare time. If you could change one thing about your mom, what would it be? I'd like to get rid of those invisible eyes in the back of her head. It's important that we teach the value of Mother's Day. It's important that you understand the other side of Mother's Day, that some people still are needing to forgive and let go. If we're 30, it's important that we realize we are now co-responsible for the energies that we are carrying for actions that people did to us that we did not agree with. Are you with me? And so for you to be in your own DNA and be in your own energy field, it's very important for you to make peace with anything you believe or have conceived about your mother. Because now you carry that vibration in your body and in your being. And you're giving it to other generations time and time again. So be brave and stand strong. Honoring your mother means to forgive, move on, let's go. And enjoy. And realize that that action will die when you let it die. Yes? And so we greet you in that consciousness. If you would stand, please, we're going to stay together, our great invocation. We're now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. A law that is always working. Even for those that say it doesn't work, it works for them by not working. Thank you for standing. And so you can join us. It's okay if you clap for yourself, yes. And so you can join us on firstunity.org. Remember, we've been waiting on you for a year. So we love it when you're making noise, right? And we love and appreciate you. Thank you for staying the course with us. And thank you for all of you that stayed faithful to us, or new people that came on board with us when we were doing at the time the only thing we had, and that was online. So we are so grateful that you are part of our team and part of our community wherever you are. And we have our phone app on Google or Apple app that you can have. While you're watching, those of you that are tuning in now, if you would take the time to share us with your family and friends, because we don't like being in the closet here at First Unity. So in developing online, we wanted also an external education program. When our campus, which is now officially open and doing classes here in person, we are now and have been doing online classes outside to reach other people. Don't you think we have a great thing going here? You do? And don't you believe and feel that you'd like other people to have a piece of that, right? And an experience. So we have our own online educational component and lifelong learning called Dilly. We are blessed.
Are you ready to step up and make a difference in the world? Ready to follow your soul's mission? If you have been looking for a sign towards a new direction in life, the Institute for Leadership and Lifelong Learning may be just the path you've been looking for. With a spiritual leadership program that provides guidance and a clear path for those who are called, ILLI offers a unique and empowering opportunity of growth and empowerment. Fully embodying the role of a spiritual leader requires you to be present for your own life so that you can serve and guide others. Freeing yourself from your own self-limiting thoughts and behaviors is a must if you seek to be a beacon of light and hope to others along their journey. As an illy ordained spiritual leader, you will be invited to continue on your path of learning with our institute and beyond. Graduates of our program may become teachers or faculty, mentors or coaches with illy, and the licensing we provide will provide you with many options to become a difference maker in the world.
There was a time in my life thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go, just let it go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
I moved to St. Petersburg in November, just 3 months ago, after I had been watching First Unity online for about 5 months. I was looking for a place to live in Florida other than where I was living, and I kept coming back over and over to St. Pete and First Unity, even though I traveled all over the state looking for a place to live, looking for Unity Church. I simply was drawn to the people here, to the energy, the meditations, the inclusiveness, and the bigness of it all. I just simply stopped watching any other services, including my hometown service, and just poured myself into St. Pete and the thoughts of moving here. I also love the energy of the choir and the wisdom and compassion of the ministers, and Temple Hayes was just so inspiring to me. When I first moved here, I moved to a house that had a lot of problems, and it was during COVID last year, and it was I had some difficult times, but I prayed, I sent in prayer requests here, I talked to people here, and they all helped me out. And I realized that I had the inner strength to get out of my lease, actually, and to find the right place for me to live. And it worked. I got out of a 12-month lease. I moved to a fantastic house closer to First Unity, and I just love it. It's very spacious. It's beyond my dreams for just a rental house. So I'm really happy about that. And Reverend Temple's messages really helped me throughout. I just picked up all her words and the lessons that she taught, and it kind of gave me that inner strength to, get through a time. Reverend Temple's straightforward and on-target messages made me realize my own strength in moving twice during COVID, and in recognizing how I could negotiate a lease and move even in tough times. She was my silent coach, reminding me to go big, to tap into the power within and shine my light. Thank you, First Unity, for making it the easiest move that I've ever had. In 3 days, I moved into my new house, and for welcoming me into your community. I'm so happy to be here at last. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. And Mary not only moved here to be part of our community, but she volunteers here. Every week you can find her at the front desk answering the phone. And so if you come in, say hello to Mary. Yes. How fabulous is that? So May, it's National Foster Care Month. During this past year, while most of you haven't been here in person, we created a new ministry here at First Unity. Wow, imagine that. We have a Fostering Hope ministry led by Sharon Lardiri, Dr. Dawn Elder, and Lisa Salvi. The mission of our First Unity Fostering Hope ministry is to strengthen the Pinellas County child welfare system by increasing the number of foster families and adoptive homes, and increasing the number of mentors for the youth that are aging out of foster care. We provide support and resources to foster families and agencies, and one of those agencies is Eckerd Connects from Eckerd University. And today we have Wanda Jones with us, who is on the advisory council there. She's here today to share information with you about their program, how we work with their program, and she will be out in Lagatuda Hall after the service with information for you, and she will be able to answer questions. So let's welcome Wanda Jones.
Hi, my name is Wanda Jones. I am the recruitment coordinator for Eckerd Connects in Pinellas County. And I want to thank especially the Fostering Hope Ministry. And I really would encourage you to get involved with this wonderful ministry. They have a website. You can check out the link below and get connected with them. Really want to share with you, we have about 3,100 families in Pinellas County that are involved with our system of care here, and about 1,000 of them are in foster care. And we are in need of foster parents. And so I'm asking that you make that consideration. Go to the eckerd.org website. You can sign up there for orientation, or you can call 1-877-456-0600 to get information about the orientations. Everything is virtual now, so you don't even have to leave your house. We will make that happen for you. Our kids are in need of special homes, of forever homes, and loving homes as we celebrate what is now Mother's Day. Just think about the number of children that would benefit from a loving mother or father that would just be wonderful to have in your home. So check out the websites that I've mentioned earlier. Go to eckerd.org to get more information. Also, if you're not thinking you want to be involved with becoming a foster parent, there are other ways that you can help. Fostering Hope often provides meals on a monthly basis for our foster parents just to show appreciation. They also have adopted the idea of celebrating a foster care worker. Our case managers, they pick one each month and provide a basket of sort to just celebrate and thank them for what they do, the hard work that they do. So there's so many ways that you can get involved, and I hope that you will. If you have any further questions, please call us. 727-456-0600. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa. I've been singing with the Voices for about 400 years. And the song I'm about to sing for you is an old French Acadian song that I grew up singing. And it's also my mom's favorite song. So for this Mother's Day, I'll be singing the French song. And I hope you like it. Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day, Ma. I love you.
Car le soleil dit bonjour aux montagnes et que la nuit rencontre le jour. Je suis seul avec mes rêves sur la montagne. Une voix m'appelle toujours. Je dans ma porte toutes les chansons du vent, de belles souvenirs de toi, car le soleil
Mother's Day, Ma.
Isn't she fabulous? Yes. I don't know about you, but this Tennessee girl thinks that maybe we use that French song as inspiration for the Tennessee Waltz. Because I don't know about you, but that's what I was hearing. It is Mother's Day. It's a day we set aside to honor mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and great-great-grandmothers. And how blessed are you if you have any of those still on this physical plane with you. And those of us that have them still with us in spirit, we know we do. So I'd like for you to just take your hands and put them over your chest, your heart. Bring in that motherly energy, that divine feminine energy that is so loving, nurturing, compassionate, protective. Our mothers were our first teachers, our first love. They were also that first person we probably got angry with, lashed out at. And still she loved us with unconditional love. Some mothers gave birth to a child, nurtured that child. And then there are mothers who didn't give birth to a child, but took a child, loved that child, nurtured that child. And not all mothers are mothers. Some are fathers and uncles and aunts, grandparents who decide to be that divine feminine influence in a child's life. So to all who are mothers, and to all children of mothers, because we all are, happy Mother's Day. And you know, this morning I'm going to share with you a little personal thing. I walked out to come to church, and we have doves at our house. We have blue jays and squirrels, raccoons, and I've only ever seen the gray doves. I've never seen a white dove the whole time I've lived here in Florida. And yet this morning there was a white dove, a snow white dove in my front yard. And I walked out and it startled me and flew right up to a branch of our big tree we have in our front yard that I call our fairy tree, because it's a beautiful big tree. It takes up the whole yard. And that dove sat up there looking at me. And I thought of my mom, because when I was growing up, my mom would go around the house singing and humming while she was cleaning. And with 5 kids, that cleaning's never done, you know? And my mom was a preacher's daughter. My papa was a Pentecostal minister. So usually it's a church song she was singing or humming. And I am no singer. But when I saw that white dove and those wings flutter up, my heart was filled with a song my mom used to sing. On the wings of a snow white dove, she sends her love, sweet love. And I knew that that dove was there today to send me my mama's love. And what a beautiful, wonderful thing. And for me now, I like to say to my boys and my grandsons that are home watching, happy Mother's Day. And I feel your love every day. And so it is.
Hi everyone, my name is Praise Butler Davis, and today I am going to be reading a poem written by my mother, Wanda Nero Butler, entitled Mother. Mother. Mother is a word usually used when referring to feminine gender. We have Mother Earth and Mother Nature. We usually expect a mother to be one who has given birth and is a nurturer by all accounts. But there are many who have not given birth and have cared for children not their own. Just like me and my fur baby, Boomer. Boomer! And there are many who have given birth, and the word mothers does not describe them, nor should it be associated with them in any way. Here are a few words that describe mother. One who is loving and caring, one willing to sacrifice all for whom they love, with one foot on the ground and the other on the limb, out on a limb, ready to pounce and protect at any given moment. Now that's a mother. There are several ways to say mother. There's mom, mommy, mama, moms, mama, mom, mommy, Madea, all types of different ways to say it. My personal favorite is usually ma or all of them until I get a response. On this Mother's Day, I would like to recognize every human or sentient being who loves and cares for another, whether it be an adult, a child, plant, or a pet. If you have poured love out of your heart and sown it into another living, breathing thing, then you are a mother. Male or female, human or sentient being, today we honor you. You embody the essence of motherhood. You are a mother. Happy Mother's Day. Love you, Mom.
Picked on in school for things he couldn't change. Tried his best to play it cool, but in the 7th grade you either fit right in or you don't fit. That's just the cold hard truth. And I wish that I'd have been a friend of a girl I never knew. I think it's time to come together. You and I can make a change. Maybe we could make a difference, make the world a better place. Look around and love somebody. We've been hateful long enough. Let the good Lord reunite us till this country that we love's undivided. Yep. You either go to church or you're gonna go to hell. Get a job and work or you're gonna go to jail. I just kinda wish we didn't think like that. Life's gotta be all white or all black. When we're gonna learn to try on someone's shoes sometimes, and when we're gonna start to see from someone else's eyes. I think it's time to come together. You and I can make a change. Maybe we can make a difference, make the world a better place. Look around and love somebody. We've been hateful long enough. Let the good Lord reunite us till this country that we love's undivided. Oh yeah, undivided. Oh yeah, we're all the same to God, no matter what. We get His love. And I'm tired of looking left or right, so I'm just looking up. I think it's time to come together. You and I can make a change. Maybe we can make a difference, make the world a better place. Look around and love somebody. We've been hateful long enough. Let the good Lord reunite us till this country that He loves undivided. Oh yeah, undivided. Oh yeah. You're gonna go to church or you're gonna go to hell. Get a job, work, or you're gonna go to jail. I just kinda wish we didn't think like that. Why's it gotta be all white or all black?
I tell you, this team just continues to be more and more impressive. Do you agree? I mean, let's give them some love. I mean, they really, really, really touch our hearts, don't they? Big breath. So a man goes running into his home and he tells his wife, he said, I got the best news, honey, for Mother's Day weekend. He said, it's very, very exciting. He said, I've got a raise at work as I was leaving today. And he said, they're telling me that it's double the amount I'm making now. And the wife is really excited. I know, oh, wow, you want some of that too. So the wife goes, oh my gosh, this is so great. But when does it, when do you get it? Or what's the rest of the story? And he said, well, I don't know. I got the letter, but I didn't even read it. So he opens it up and he says, the raise will become effective when you do. The raise will become effective when you do. Life will become effective when you do. Love will become effective when you do. The laws of life in principle will become effective when you do. Energy will become effective when you do. And so it's the space of, as we say metaphysically all the time, you get what you bring. You get what you bring. And when you have this inner shift and you become effective in the reality which you're seeking, you want to realize at the same time that it has been seeking you. But it requires that inner wake-up call to become effective so you can wake up to that inner dimension within yourself so you have the eyes to see and the heart to hear. Yes. And so it's that particular space of that energy for each and every one of us that we are called forth. I think it's very exciting to honor birth and to honor mothers. Metaphysically today, though, I would like to address being born, because being born is not a one-time event. You have the capacity right now to become effective about something that you change your mind about, and you can allow yourself to be born into that. You can allow yourself to be born into sobriety. You can allow yourself to be in a happy marriage, though you've never seen it, never witnessed it, not knowing anybody that's in one. You could be born and have your own, yes? You can be born into a new space. You can even shape-shift the way that you look. There is so much power energetically that we have within us that is available, and we allow ourselves to be born time and time and time and time again. We allow to die what we no longer want and what doesn't serve us, but these new elements become born. Just like Deborah Nardi last week, an author now. She allowed herself to be born into being an author. You allow yourself to be born into being a better person than you were yesterday. I say that so many times. If I've, been rushing traffic, I don't do it that often, but, if I'm doing something out of sync, I go, allow myself tomorrow to be born into a newer, better person. Let me live this. Let me have this energetic presence. Ernest Holmes would say, the real birth of life is when a person discovers the one presence in all the universe that we call God, and they learn how to work with that power. And for the first time, they realize that they have the inner ability to heal anytime, anywhere. Charles Fillmore would say that the true Sabbath is when a person understands that all the changes in their lives are not personally up to them and doesn't require them to put in all the effort, but for them to truly grasp and understand. I'm excited. Can you tell? Truly grasp and understand that it is the Father within who doeth the works. It is the Creator within who doeth the works. I don't know about you. Many things I feel that I would say I was born into or accomplished in my life, I actually feel in some ways I had very little to do with it. because it took a power much greater than me to put all the pieces together in order to that to become realized. Yes? And you can tell when you are shutting the possibilities and the law down is when you start convincing everybody of all the things that you're going to have to do in order for something to happen. You're already in the way. Yes? You're already in the way of that. At our staff meeting this week, we were talking about one of my favorite being born moments was during the 4T program with Stretton Smith, is that it's about being able to see it right instead of setting it right. The ability to see something right according to who you are right now instead of setting it right. When we're setting something right, it's usually based upon all the data that we have developed and that we have memorized from the past. I told you it was going to be that kind of Christmas. It is every year. I told you he was going to hurt me because people do every time. I told you that when I would believe in something like that new church, I was going to come in one day and they weren't going to be friendly. It's happened at every church I've ever been at. Let me set it right. So let me continue to repeat this over and over and over and over again. Yes? But when I see it right, it's a step back. It's an evaluation. It's a looking at it. It's being aware. It's being open to what is this really showing me? What is this really telling me? What inner wisdom do I need to know about this? That's happened with so many people during this past year, and it's been so exciting. I mean, in the news, we only hear about the other things that happen. But in everyday life, a lot of people have said, how do I see this right? How do I let this change me? Like Mary said, Mary Westcott, how do I see this right? Instead of saying, oh, St. Pete must not be the place for me. See, I told you, every time I believe in something, I get let down. Instead of her coming from that place, how do I see it right? There's a better place for me, and I need to find it. Yes? Give yourself a great big hand. How do you see it right? How do you open your heart to be in that awareness? A couple of stories with that is Michael Beckwith was telling the story about how, he was in trouble with the law a lot. A lot of people don't remember that about him, but he was involved in drugs and things, and he got into a lot of problems there in the early stages of his life. And he said he was at the airport with Yolanda King, and he said that he was looking for his luggage, and he couldn't find it. And he said all of a sudden he looked at two officers there at the airport, and they start whispering, and they're looking and pointing at him. And he said all of a sudden he was thinking, what did I do wrong? What is going on? And I can't find my luggage, and I don't see my name tag. And he says, what is happening? And he said he got more and more paranoid, more and more into that energy, and they kept pointing. And then they walked over and they got some more officers to come over and join them. And by this time he was just a wreck. And he said, but in a minute they came up to him and said, I wanted to let you know that I've seen you on The Secret, and I want you to know how much your messages have changed my life. Right? And he said, here I was still carrying this old name tag from the past, and I was still living in a place that was no longer true for my life. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, when people say, oh, Temple, I heard you're trying to be famous. I said, I've already been famous. Every state trooper and every highway patrol knew me in the state of South Carolina. They knew my name and they knew my birth date. And they always knew the car I was driving or the one that was in the shop. So I've already been there. Trust me, I know what that can be like. So anyway, but I said, because they knew me so well, anytime I would hear a siren, and I mean, this went on for years, and I won't tell you how many years, so don't ask me. But anyway, when I would hear a siren, let me tell you, I'd just pull my car over. Because I'd save them the time. I'm like, they're looking for me. Here we go. And it took a while to break that pattern. It's like, oh, now just wave. Let me get out of your way because I know you're going somewhere else. But now when I hear a siren or I see troopers coming and everything, I just say a prayer. I ask for a resurrection. I ask for a new understanding of how everybody or anybody is being impacted by that moment, you see. I think the other thing when we talk about being born, I don't know about in other parts of the country, but in the culture of the South, you're not supposed to talk really that much about great things that have happened to you. Anybody else have that? Nobody's willing to raise, you can't catch COVID, I don't think, just raising your finger, Right? What do they call that in the South? Or where I'm from, that's all I can speak of as an expert. They call it bragging, right? They call it bragging. Oh, you're not supposed to boast. You're not supposed to brag. You're supposed to almost apologize when great things happen to you, or goodness knows, tone it down so nobody can notice that. But the thing of it is that you have birthing rights. Birthing rights are different than bragging rights. You have the ability to say, look at what, if you really believe that it's Spirit within you who doeth the works, look at how I've been blessed this week. Look how the Creator has blessed me. Look at this wonderful surprise that's happened to me. Look at what this energy of metaphysics has done for me. You see what I mean? Because if you're not comfortable with great things happening for you, you're putting out this subliminal information into the law that says, I'm not comfortable with great things happening to me. Are you comfortable with great things happening to you? Yes. So you want to make that joyful noise. You want to be in that experience. You want to go, wow, I'm so excited to be God today. It's just been amazing of all the things that have occurred. And if somebody then discerns or judges you and thinks that it's bragging, then tell them the way that you mean it and how you mean it, and let them have the ripple effect, because we need to change that. We can't be saying that we believe in metaphysics and the teachings of Buddha and Gandhi and the fact that Jesus said, great things can I do. Very few people remember the second part of what was said, is that greater things shall ye also do. So when you're going to do them, we want to know about them. We want to hear about them, yes? Is this working for you? Because I still have a little bit more time. So the other thing when it comes to being born is that healing often can happen instantaneously within our own mind. It can happen within our own being. It may take a while for the divine order to occur, but once we decide upon a thing and we make it so, then automatically it becomes true in our lives. And there's a quote that a friend of mine gave me that says, it's easier to take the pebble out of your shoe than it is to walk with a limp. I'm going to say that again. It's easier to take the pebble out of your shoe than it is to walk with a limp. Every now and then, we are just held accountable in our own awareness, which is what I was talking about when we first opened today, is when you're holding on to an action that someone did to you years ago, and you're still talking about it, you are the only one still causing that pain in your life. It's not the person from way back when. Set them free. Set them free. Let them go, because you keep giving that power. You keep giving that energy. And in honoring of our Mother of Unity, Mother Myrtle Fillmore said, you have a problem in your mind, and don't forget that you are the one that put it there. You have a problem in your mind, and you are the one that put it there. I also think about the mother of the teacher of the teachers in New Thought, one of the greatest mystics that's ever lived, Emma Curtis Hopkins. And many people don't know this, but when she was 15 and she was already in college, they recognized her right away, and they asked her at 15 to be a faculty member. I mean, she was just that much of a genius. But when you think about Emma's work and you think about a mystic, there are 4 dangerous words. I don't use the word danger that often, but there's 4 dangerous words that one can hold in their heart. And that is, I know that already. I know that already. And to me, that is so not allowing yourself to continue to be born, because intellectually, we may know a lot. Intellectually, we may memorize a lot. Intellectually, we may have read that or seen it on one of the Today shows or whatever, and we go, oh, I know that already. Oh, I know that already. Knowing it and developing and integrating it are two very different levels of being born. Because when you integrate it, then you are born into a different awareness of yourself and a whole different level of that particular experience, you know. And Emma Curtis Hopkins, she said, there's one mind. Say it with me. There's one mind. That mind is God. That mind is my mind right now. And so we bring that energy into that, of that thought process about what is possible. The other thing that happens, I think, and well, I can speak for me, I'm still growing up, but when I was really, like 15, teenager growing up, another level of growing up, God bless everybody through that period. But that being said, one of the things that's very interesting that I'm just kind of working on and journaling in my own heart is there's an acronym from ODD, and it's called Opposition Defiance Disorder. Now, those are big words, okay? Opposition Defiance Disorder. And what does that mean? You might wonder what that... Thank you for asking. What it means is it's people that are rebels towards authority. That's the simplest version. You can look it up and read it and understand and learn a lot more about it. But it's about people that resist authority, people that aren't in harmony with authority, people that just because they see a uniform or an outfit or they see somebody up on a platform, they're already like debating, like, who are you in my world? And if you are an authority, what do you mean telling me what to do? And unity people, now we're a whole different set of people, but I'll save that for a different talk, right? But we don't take kindly to rules and boxes and those kind of things. But the thing that matters to me is there's a difference between being childlike and being childish. There's a difference between being childlike, a wonder child, staying young forever, regardless of your age, and going, what is the magic and mystery today? Or what is that dove doing? Hi, Mom. It's looking for the signs and wonders of one's life. That's childlike. And you're just like, oh, what are we going to do now? What's going to happen? Wow, to be that way. How beautiful is that? But childish is something altogether different. It's when we resist and often resent, when we feel like we're out of control. And many people that that had woundology when they were growing up, they have the most difficult time letting go of control to a higher power. So I invite you to work with that concept within yourself, because if you have placed the Creator or God in an authoritative figure, it will impact you in ways that you're not aware. So you want to check that, because the power that we teach here, the one presence and the one power, is a principle, not a person. It's a principle. It's an energy field. It's allowing you to co-create. It's working with love and law in order to demonstrate the beauty of your life. And you are guiding these laws. When people say, my life isn't working, what they're really saying is, I have yet to understand how to work with the laws of my life, because they're always working. And what you see is who you are and how effective you have become within yourself. So what you want to see out here, it's imperative that you see it in here, and then you'll see it out there. Right? And that's that space. It's like the person that's walking around going, nobody loves me, everybody hates me, sitting in the garden eating worms. I'm not appreciated, I'm not careful. While all the time they're getting thank you notes, they got people saying, that was a great job, that was a great job, and they're walking around going, I'm not appreciated, I'm not appreciated. It's like when you appreciate yourself, you appreciate that God thought enough of you to create you. You appreciate yourself that you have purpose on this planet. You appreciate yourself that God sent you. You were sent. You appreciate that energetic field. And somebody walks by and goes, I appreciate you helping today. You go, thank you for noticing. Yes? Practice. Thank you for noticing. You breathe it in. You breathe it in. Why? Because it is your energetic space. When we say things like, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, let you be a witness to the good works of what the universe can do, don't be in the closet. Don't be in the closet. Live out loud. Let it be seen. Encourage us, inspire us. Go so much further than we have gone so we can catch up, you see. Wow. Being born. I love the story of John Lennon when he was talking about his mom. He said that his mom always told him that the secret of life was to be happy. And so when he was 5 years old and he was in school and the teacher gave an assignment and said, what is the secret to life? And he said, it's to be happy. And she told him he didn't understand the assignment. And he told her she didn't understand life. Right? Being born. Owning being born. Owning your space, your place, your sacred circle, your awareness of who you are right now, right this minute. You can choose to allow a part of you to be born. You can choose for a part of you to be more effective. You can choose by stepping up something within you that we will all benefit from consciously or unconsciously. You know, many great works are never recognized, but they are felt. They are felt. I'll close by an example, just a mom that she was just past herself, where the little boy Jimmy, he was just wearing her out, and he was going in the door and out the door, and she goes, oh my gosh, Jimmy, you just wear me out, young man, and how in the world do you ever anticipate going to heaven? He said, well, when I get to heaven, he said, I'm going to stand there in front of St. Peter, and I'm going to go in the door and out the door and in the door and out the door and in the door and out the door. And finally, St. Peter's going to say, Jimmy, make up your mind. You coming in or you coming out? And he said, and I'm going to step in. Well, that's what I'm asking you today, is to step in and become effective in your lives. Fully step in, get what you bring, and allow the amazing journey we call life to express itself through every aspect of who you are. Thank you for coming, and thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Love and appreciate you. Thank you. So I'll be Reverend Richard. That's why I didn't leave. All that clapping I get. Anyway, so speaking of clapping, this is a happy time for our community because we feel wonderful and blessed by what we are about, what we stand for, the kind of people that grow out of this community. And so we do create with great sacredness the opportunity for people to give, to become effective, to change a mind about what you think about lack or abundance. The more I give, the more I have. And that requires a new muscle. It's just like when I first started working out with that trainer, trust me, I felt that muscle. And that's the way that tithing is. It's a new muscle. It's one that many of us aren't used to. But it's a muscle that as you grow it, the more that can be developed in your life. And so if our ushers would stand, and we want to say we love and appreciate you, and we thank you so much. And the way that we're doing it this week, who knows what we'll be doing next week, is that please just allow them the wonderful energy and time to know that they're going to pass the, what do we call it? The offering something, basket. Yes. Help me. something. Thank you. The plate. Okay. And bless it. And if you give online, or you give on Stripe, or you give on PayPal, just bless it and bless this wonderful community. We are so grateful. Yes, we are.
My name is Deborah, and I've been singing with the Voices for about 8 years now. And the first time I came into this church, I was so impressed with everything, especially the music. And someone sang True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. So that's what I'm singing today, True Colors.
The sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you can make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Are beautiful, beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when. And I saw you laughing in this world full of people. You can take all you can bear. You called me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy, you can take all you can bear. You call me up, 'cause you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors, true colors are beautiful. So don't be afraid to let
And it's so wonderful to see our youth expressing spirit coming back into the sanctuary, isn't it? To have these beautiful young people, young humans here with us and sharing their energy. So I want you all to know our Wednesday sound bath healing meditation is now live in person at 7 p.m. So join us every Wednesday night right here at 7 p.m. Our Reiki practitioners are here, our meditation facilitators, as well as our sound bath, Angel Harp, Wanda, the voices. We always have some beautiful sound component to the Wednesday night meditation. And this coming Wednesday at noon, I will be live from Sedona, Arizona with the noon meditation because I'm going to Sedona this week and I'm excited. Yeah. So next Sunday in the house, we have our live in-person service here. And James Redfield, author of the Celestine Prophecy, will be joining us via Zoom to bring us the message, and it will be our Influencer Sunday. So join us live and in person right here next Sunday. You don't want to miss that. He's fabulous. And then on May 18th, we have an ILI webinar that is free, and there are so many free little gifts. So go to ILI.org and register for that webinar. It's going to feature Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes, Reverend Christy Hardwick, who's hiding back there behind the camera, and Dr. Aileen Curtin. And they are going to be doing a webinar to explain to you what the wonderful things that are happening at ILI. Then we have our oneness service Wednesday night, this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on May 19th. So not this Wednesday night, but next Wednesday night. Our oneness service, we have 4 of our spiritual leadership team that will be speaking, and the rest of the spiritual leadership team will be supporting in some way. Our First Unity Voices will be here. It's going to be fabulous and amazing on the subject of oneness. So join us right here live in the sanctuary. And then June is the month when our very own Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes celebrates 30 years in ministry. So we have on our website a page. If you go to firstunity.org/temple-anniversary, you are going to see all the information about our 3K virtual fun run. And if you sign up for that fun run, you get a beautiful drawstring backpack and t-shirt. So go sign up for that. And just like we empower people to pave their spiritual path, we are empowering you to come up with your own path for this fun run. So you can run on the beach, you can run in the park, you can run around the campus, whatever you choose to do for this fun run. It can be 3K, 5K, 10K, because it's your run. But when you sign up, you're going to get the bag and the t-shirt celebrating Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes, 30 years in ministry. And then July the 11th, it will all culminate in a celebration service right here, celebrating Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes' 30 years in ministry. So you want to join us live for that. It's going to be amazing. And then make sure you download our app and take a look at all the classes and all the events that we have coming up. Because coming up in the next couple of months, we have Wanda Nero Butler is going to be putting on a new dinner theater. And it's so exciting. You're going to be so excited. You're just going to be so awesome. So come on out, take a look at all that we have on our app and the website.
And peace begins right here and right now. Let us affirm together our unity prayer. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. For God is amazing. All time. And all the time. God is amazing. Thank you so much for coming and being with us.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you